Make up to break up. That's all we do. First you love me, then you hate me. That's the game of fools. Make up to break up. All right, we'll talk about it after the 30. What's up, Castro? What's up, Memphis T? What's up, Rays? Yeah, I'm up early, honey. They need me at the Circle K, girl. I'm going ahead and work my little Circle K, little hours at the Circle K down there on the 35. Anyway, what's up? What's up? Just Andrea. What's up, Tampa Red and Vanessa J baby early in the morning. So I gotta get up. Make up to break up. That's all we do. All alone on a Sunday morning. Outside I hear the rain is falling. Whoa. Inside I'm slowly dying, but the rain won't hide my crying. Lord, I done seen Teresa and Noble fight, honey. She told Noble to click that link. Honey, Noble was trying to handle things. I'm running things. It didn't quite work. Teresa say stop hitting them links. Oh my God. I don't know what's going on. Y'all. But Teresa said she was not having it. She said she can't get no peace because folk always clicking links and saying things. And now they say Miss Nicole Reloaded, who was actually on this show. She's saying that Noble said he done broke up with Teresa in the background, or maybe it'd be in the background and the foreground. It's just a lot going on, y'all. So it's just a lot. But let me say this. I hope things work out. I really do hope things work out. But, and there is a but to this, if you are in a serious relationship with people, y'all need to have y'all own YouTube personas. And Noble, this is the YouTube streets. And people are trying to say, Noble, you need to stand up for Tracy. Honey, Tracy was standing up for Tracy way before you got here. Really. And Noble, you need to stay in your lane and do what you need to do. And Tracy needs to stay in her lane, and she need to do what she need to do, and y'all gonna be all right. It's already difficult to have a relationship, but then when you put the thing on YouTube and stuff goes south, people gonna talk about it. And Noble, when this relationship first started, you did pretty well because you stayed out of stuff. But now you getting into stuff, and let me say how it's looking, Noble. Now you may not think it's looking like this, but you looking like Clout Chase. And it looks like that you're doing stuff, and it made Teresa look crazy. And she's trying to say, Noble, I called you Naval Jesus. I just done called the man Naval. Teresa is saying you need to stop. She said you need to stop because you're doing too much. And it's looking like a whole clout chase. And maybe you're not clout chasing, but it's looking like that. And it's looking like you get ready to do the okie doke and do some things. And people was like, when it get deep, it's going to get deep, because on Mad Day, folk going to have something to say. And that's how it's really looking. And I can understand why Tracy can be frustrated, because you're a content creator. or at least you were a known content creator or known by the content creators. So it's really causing a problem because people know who you are. And they said you're clicking links and everything. Now, the streets done said when Rob Rack done got out of jail, things got a little different. But I don't believe that to be true. Because, again, that's a hot mess right there. But I think people are really pushing Noble to do things, and they know that he's going to click a link. I mean, when they were doing that interview, people was like, they were doing that Rob Rack interview. They like, Noble, I know you want to come up. I know you in the chat, Noble. I know you. Oh, they were just taunting you, Noble, and people know that. And all I'm saying to you is, just chill out with the clicking the links. Now, look, let me say this: you are your own man. Nobody can tell you what to do, and I get it. No one can really tell you what to do. But if you keep on clicking links, your relationship is going to be really, really at a low place, and you're going to get this cussing out by Tracy, and it's not going to end well. And I don't know, are you trying to commit I almost said the word. Are you trying to commit Harry Carey to your relationship? Are you trying to, end this thing? I'm just asking because, Tracy kind of put it in so many words that, hey, you need to start clicking these links because it's not doing our relationship any good right now. And Tracy said she already hadn't talked to you because she'd been working. And then when she did try to call you, you was on a link. And she was a little disturbed. But let me say this, it's always hard to have a relationship with people who are on YouTube because there's no friends on YouTube. And that's my opinion. And when you have these relationships, first of all, it's already hard to have a relationship. But then when you put it on YouTube with all of these external forces, it really doesn't do well when people go rogue or when things go wrong. I'm just saying. So I hope it works out for y'all, but it don't look good, honey. Yes, it's over. The chips are down. Come on. Too late, too little, too late to try again with you. On my own. Why did it end this way? On my own. This is not how it's supposed to be. On my own. By myself. No one said it would be easy. Okay? Ooh. Let me stop. I'm on my own. Why did it have to end this way? Oh my goodness. Mr. Telephone Man, there's something wrong with my line. When I call my Tracy's number, I get a click every time. Lord Jesus. Mr. Telephone Man. My God. My God. Oh, Lord. Ooh, Jesus, this coffee is... So I hope it work out. Let me sing a gospel song. The race is not given to the swift, nor to the strong, but unto the one that endureth until the end. There will be problems, and sometimes you'll walk alone. But I know Things will work out, yes, they will, for the good of them who love the Lord. No matter what the problem, you can't solve them. They will come, but don't you worry. Yes, Lord. But you gotta love the Lord, though. That's the thing. I don't know if everybody love the Lord, but anyway, let me drink my coffee. Mm, it's early in the morning. I'm trying to do full vocal all up in the morning time. Anyway, woo, what's up? What's up, PDP? The way she called that man out his name, if we don't have, baby, honey, she told him something. She said, I'm effing tired. She said, I'm effing this, and you hitting them effing links, and woo, everything was an effing, honey. Effing, EFFING, effing. Oh my God. And I'm telling you, I'm not going. Mm, Lord have mercy. Woo. Anyway, but this is the thing though. Some people are getting really good pleasure out of this. And I told Noble, like I told some other content creators, keep your relationship, excuse me, y'all, off of these YouTube streets. Let me say this. If you want anything to last, if you want anything to stand the time, you got to keep it off of YouTube, people. Honey, these people want to see you single. They want to see you by yourself. And this is what I'm going to say again. And a lot of people may not agree with me, and I really don't care. This is my philosophy. This is how I feel, and I'm going to say it. It ain't no friends on YouTube. And if you do have a friend on YouTube, you should think enough of your friendship not to put it on here. Because if you put it on here, you are testing your friendship. And I think anybody who really want and values their friendship will not put it on YouTube, because we know what it gives. And this ain't something that just came to me. These are things that I have observed being on these YouTube streets and in these sector streets. And if you do have a friend, then y'all need to keep it under wraps and go on about your business. Now, that's the caveat that no one ever gets. I'm not saying that people don't develop friendships on YouTube. All I'm saying is when you do develop a friendship on YouTube, you need to keep your mouth shut and keep on moving. Because if people think y'all got something going on, they are going to do their best to tear it apart. And what they do, oh, come on now, I'm about to tell it. Oh, y'all don't want to hear this. Y'all don't like this kind of preaching. What they do is one day you'll get a message or email, call me, and then all of a sudden somebody want to be friendly with you, and and I've seen it. I've dealt with it. And somebody was popping up as an angel of light, and they were saying one thing to one person, saying one thing to the other person, and not knowing that, baby, you can't do that. You can't do that. Y'all gotta really watch it. I'm just being real with you now. I know y'all don't like this teaching, but you gotta really watch it. You really gotta watch it. Now, I am in contact with a few content creators, and I really don't have a problem saying that. I really don't have a problem saying that. But I'm not on the phone with them every day. And we ain't talking about stuff that's we're talking about. We might see something and say, did you see this mess? And we move on. And let me say this, you all. I can understand Tracy's frustration because again, Tracy don't need nobody to defend her. And Noble, it does not make you less of a man because you're not fighting everybody for Tracy. Now, Noble, I'm gonna say this, and you can take it how you want to. Tracy has been in these YouTube streets for a long time. She's a beef warrior, honey. She's a beef warrior, okay? She's a beef sector warrior, and she know how to, baby. She know how to do her strategies. Don't think you, but again, she was fighting way before you got here. She was doing Tracy way before you got here. So I just say stand down and let Tracy be Tracy. But again, to me, it seems like Tracy is really focused on the relationship and you. But it's like you clicking these links and then you putting doubt in folk mind. And my thing is, Noble, the lady done said, just stop clicking links. At least when it comes to us, and I can understand that if y'all really in a relationship. But it seems like you don't want it. Because when you really want a relationship, you're going to think about what the other person is desiring. Look, I know you want to be on these YouTube streets, but could you be in the YouTube streets doing something else? Not with our relationship. You don't have to defend me. Stop being in all the YouTube stuff where I'm there. I would rather you not be there because you seeing stuff and you know, hey, I'm just saying. Because it takes two to make a thing go right. Wow. It takes two to make it out of sight. Woo! Ah! I'm gonna rock right now. I'm Rob Basin. I came to get down. I'm not internationally known, but I'm known to write my phone. Come on now. It takes two to make it takes two to make it takes two boo. And now y'all got three and four. Woo! Ah! Ooh! Ah! Da da da. Da da da. Okay, don't get me started, baby. I'm gonna start. Baby, I feel like not Biz Marquis, but what's that man name? What's that man name? Dougie Fresh. Okay, I feel like Dougie Fresh right now. Hmm. I got me beatboxing all in the morning. I feel like Dougie Fresh. I got a Dougie Fresh spirit all over me. Okay, don't get me started beatboxing up in here. Anyway, I digress. But you know, just try to keep it. If you're really serious about this relationship, you know, try to honor your partner's wishes, and y'all come to some consensus and a middle of the road situation where Tracy can be herself and Noble, you can be you. But I don't think it's smart to be fighting Tracy's battles because Tracy knows how to fight her battles. That's what I think. And baby, they was baiting you so bad when they was doing that interview. Ooh, they was baiting you so bad. I know you want to come on, Noble. I know you want to. This is it right now because I know you got a lot to say. I know you in here. I mean, people telling you in there. I mean, I'm like, well, damn. So now let me move on to some other stuff. Beach. Beach said that y'all gonna be surprised because she got something. Tell me something good. Tell me you got a warrant, yeah. Tell me something good. Oh, baby, 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 tell me you got a court date, yeah. Okay. Tell me something good. Oh, yeah. Tell me you have a police warrant, yeah. Tell me something good. Oh, baby, 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 tell me you got a court date, yeah. That's what the people want to hear. You got a warrant or you got a court date, but tell me something good, girl, because honey, tell me something good. Now let me, baby, I done threw Shaka Khan all up in here. Okay, I feel for you. But let me say, the people think you lying, Beach. Honey, people done did commentary. They said the beef in 313, saying that you're putting away innocent men's. And he said he don't want to go against the victim. He said, no, 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 no. He don't want to go against the victim. But he said they think you're lying in so many words. He said he think you're lying in so many words. That's what he said. Now, that ain't what I said. Because, baby, I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt until it's too much doubt to benefit. Okay. Okay, did I just make that up? I sure did. Girl, I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt until the doubt is not benefiting. Okay. Girl, I hope you get it. I hope this works out. Because I hope it work out for you. I hope you ain't lying. I hope you showing these people something. I really do. Because the beef in 313 said he think you're lying. He said he's indirectly saying, or directly saying, however you want to put it, that you putting black men's away. And he said this is the problem. Because it was a black man working, and you trying to take that black man's income and food out his mouth. That's what the man said, Beach. You know what I'm saying? Now, I didn't hear the mama interview, but the mama wasn't there. That's what I'm saying. The mama was not there. They act like the mama was in the FedEx truck filming, child. I'm like, well, the mama wasn't there. But again, that's her son, and she going to defend her son, and I get it. What's up, MB? MB girl, email me. I need to reach out to you, MB. You know why. So hit me up. Baby, let me tell you something. I'm going to stick with you until I can't stick with you. Okay? The story is still a little discombobulated right now, but you got hit in the head a couple of times and things happen. Memory loss happens. Girl, get you some Prevagen. It happens. I get it. But girl, look, if you lying, I'm going to do a whole commentary on it. I'm just being real if you're lying. I'm going to do a whole commentary on it if you're lying. But girl, if you're telling the truth, girl, I'm going to come up here and say, see there. And again, I've learned on these B sectors, you can, be a little, premature on some things, but we going to see, Beach. We going to see what really T is. We going to see what T really is, Beach. So that's it. Now, I watched Spill It Boy last night, and then Ness is coming in. But let me say this, y'all. History is everything. People talk about, I'm tired of this beach sector history. Let me say this. You better know your history because you're bound to repeat it. That's why I keep on telling people it ain't no friends on YouTube. Keep your relationships off YouTube because if you knew the history, you wouldn't be putting your man or your woman on YouTube. Hello, somebody. You better know some history. And people do try to rewrite history. Now, all of this beef sector stuff, let me say this. This Fresh Collective stuff, and I don't know nothing about it. With Nika them, I don't know nothing about it. I didn't come in with that. That was known to me as the beef sector. That was known as something else. That's how I feel about it. I feel that the Kaya T.S. Madison thing set it off. It was just like the Big Bang Theory, baby, and things just came together. You had people who were doing things, and because it was everywhere. Some of us came from everywhere. I didn't come from no Fresh Collective and Sean. I don't know nothing about them people. I only knew about them when the T.S. Madison situation started coming about. That's how Tracy and I started fighting because Tracy was Team Kaya at the time and I was Team T.S. Madison. Me and Shelly was fighting. Now, Shelly already knew about Sean and them, but me and Shelly was fighting over that. Now, Shelly was Team T.S. Madison, but baby, she was almost like Selena fan, the president of Selena fan club. Lord, I love me some Shelly. But honey, Shelly was almost like Selena fan club president. I'm like, well, damn. And then I never forget, now me and Shelly have fought. Let me tell you, I done battled almost everybody up in this B sector. I'm on everybody. So I don't know why people talk you always going at the women. You always going at this. Baby, I done fought everybody. Everybody. Everybody in the sector. So, but baby, I never forget, T.S. Madison was in Houston. And I went to go see T.S. Madison, Lord. And honey, Shelly said she was going Watusi Hotel down to the Houston. I ain't never forget it, baby. And see, this is how the B sector works. So I told Shelly, because you know me and Shelly was going at it hard. I told Shelly, honey, I done paid $90 for my ticket. And if you want to see your ass down there to Houston, I'm going to give you $90 worth of ass whooping. I ain't going to ever forget. See, I used to cuss a whole lot. See, people like, when I cuss now, people like, oh my God, he cussed. Baby, I was cussing a whole lot. A whole lot. So it ain't nothing new. I just cut back on it. It ain't nothing new. But I told Shelly, honey, I told her I was going to give her $90 worth of ass whooping. For that money I paid. So me and Shelly, and Shelly and I were both T.S. Madison, fans. We really were, but it was what it was. So I remember that, and it was a lot of people. Like I said, Simply Trey came in later on. But we have a lot of beats the Nicole Tyler. All of those people who were in Atlanta for the most part, and some people who didn't go, were beef sector. So we got together. And then, I don't know, Sean. And so it was a lot of melding. We all came together. So I do not, now I'm going to say this. I am not saying that what James is saying, or Spillet Boy is saying, is wrong. Because we did come together. No one really can claim pure, we started the beef sector, or we was this and this and the third with the beef sector. No one can really claim that, to be honest, because we all came in at the time we came in. I just think that people came in at different times. And again, the beef sector's name was really interesting too, because first of all, they want to call us the Section 8 sector. And I don't know about no Section 8. I ain't never been on Section 8. I don't know nothing about it. And so I said something about seasons beefings. And again, we went on with that. Because that's how the beef sector came about. Honey, let me tell you something. Beef sector came together on Christmas. Okay, it was Christmas. And people needed some Jingle Bell money. And baby, it was on. During the holidays. That's why the beef sector is known to get real cranking during Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's when people got to pay the bills. Okay, November, December, and January, you're going to see an uptick in drama because people got gifts to pay for. Honey, the beef sector is known. Christmas, Thanksgiving, and New Year's, baby, that's when the beef sector tick up real deep. Y'all, just in case y'all didn't know. Just in case y'all didn't know. Bald Eagle, honey, you don't know me. And again, I don't give a damn what you think about me because I don't know you. And if you think the voice is lost, then move on. Don't be mad about it. I got 5 degrees, not 17. 5. I talk trash because I can. 5 degrees. And you don't know what they're doing for me because I don't put my business on YouTube. But if you think that, you keep on thinking that. That's all I got to say to you. All right. Hold on for a minute. I got to ban some people because they crazy. Okay. So anyway, so we came together like that. And this is the time when when you had to upload your videos and then come on. It wasn't no screaming service, no streaming service. You had to upload your videos and come on. Oh, yes. And so, and let me say this, Spillet Boy was in the beef sector. Even though Treasure Lane, everybody knew he was in the beef sector. But the Fresh Collective, all of that stuff, all of that roasting and gagging, they were doing that, but it was not under title of Beef Sector. The Beef Sector is a collection of different content creators having different battles, then coming together, and people start battling each other. And it was really a merger. If the merger happened, it happened during that time. hmm It happened during that time. So, um, because again, me and Heidi Fly came in, because Heidi Fly was the new girl at one point in time, and Heidi Fly and VS was going at it. I went at it with Heidi Fly. She used to wear that blonde wig, and I used to call her Rapunzel. I ain't gonna ever forget it. And so Heidi Fly came in. Nicole Tyler, remember Nicole Tyler? I mean, she came in during that time. Tracy was a troll at the time, and then of course you know how that began. But all of this stuff was during that Kaya T.S. Madison. And let me tell you something, we used to watch them religiously when they were together. And let me tell you how it was deep. We were doing it started doing Kaya and T.S. Madison reviews. That's how Duchess Kelly Love got on there. Kaya and T.S. Madison reviews. And we will watch that. A lot of people was doing celebrity gossip and all of that stuff. That's how it happened. Boom. And then when Kaya and T.S. Madison broke, baby, it got deep. So my whole thing is, and this is why I say I owe my platform, if to anybody, because nobody didn't make anybody, in my opinion, when we were first starting. The people who came in afterwards, yeah, but I give my foundation of how I got started was Kaya and T.S. Madison, and I'm just talking for me. um, Tasha K kind of pushed some things along as well. So T.S. Madison, Kaya, and Tasha K. We used to fight with Michelle ATLian. Oh my God. We used to fight with her on a daily basis. And she used to come over, and Josh used to come over, and they still doing their thing now, her and Josh. Um, Armand Wiggins was in the beef sector. That's how a lot of stuff got jumped off. So a lot of people have come through the beef sector. Now, some people really want that notoriety and fame. I don't. I really don't. Believe it or not, because when you got something going on, you really don't need YouTube like that. I don't. And so, I guess I've seen a lot of content creators on YouTube skyrocket and go into, like, Funky Dineva is on Fox Soul, and he's on that network. And regardless of all the controversy, Funky Dineva did well. Maddie did well. She was in adult entertainment, jumped to YouTube and doing her thing as well. So there's some people who really made it, and then that's great doing the YouTube, and we know them because we were there when they started. But you got to know YouTube history. I don't let one person just say, "Oh, we started." No, 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 no. Because if it wasn't for Kaya and T.S. Madison and that situation, I, I don't know if I would have ever ventured over and known some of these content creators. Really, baby. Heidi used to rap. Oh, she used to make rap videos, baby. I'll never forget, child, when Heidi and Nicole was making videos, and honey, Nicole Tyler came up there with that get you, yeah, 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 yeah. That bass, that she came on with a old nasty piece of silver tinfoil or something. And she was like, "Why did you leave me?" Oh my God. And then she had them Pentecostal pantyhose on down there at the VFW at the Moose Lodge, honey, entertaining the old people. Oh my God. Nicole Tyler was funny. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Some things you just don't forget. You just don't. And y'all, let me say this. I don't watch Funky Dineva as much. I really don't. But when Funky Dineva was wearing them wigs, and I ain't trying to be funny, but when he was wearing them wigs, it was everything. When he used to say, "My hair is laid," like, oh my God. Let me tell you something. Funky Dineva with them wigs, I was there. I was there for it. I was there for it. And this is when he was friends with Michelle. Oh my God. It just takes you back, you know. Frankie was getting into that industry people in Atlanta. I heard Beef Sector when VS was defending Kai and dragging these random people. Yeah. So, you know, that's the deal. T.S. Madison used to come and look at our videos of what we had to say about the show, what we thought about the show. I mean, seriously, what we thought about the show. That's why T.S. Madison came over. I mean, that's why Tasha K came over. Y'all remember before the when all of the stuff was going on with Cardi B, Tasha K came over. These people still watch, but they came over. They watched us. They probably still watch us. But that's what I'm trying to say. So that's how the beef sector started. And the Monique interview kicked it all off. And this is, let me say this too. Let me say this too. Let me say this too. Larry Reed and Buddha were dealing with T.S. Madison. Buddha went over and worked with Maddie. And that's when Kaya started talking about the Fagatos. And that set it off too. And I stopped really watching Larry Reed after Buddha went on. I mean, Buddha and Larry Reed were good together. And once Buddha left, I'm like, then I occasionally go on over there. And I'm gonna say this, y'all. I'm gonna tell you what, William McCray is the most entertaining out of all of them. I hate to say it. I like all of the church reporters, but baby, William McCray had it. I'm gonna tell you why. He was eccentric in his looks and in his dress. He sounded like a bootleg version of Maya Angelou. It was he was entertaining, thoroughly entertaining. So, you know, so again, I don't know anything about the Fresh Collective and all that. So let me tell you about Vegas Gate. The beef sector in Vegas Gate, the beef sector got into Vegas Gate when it came out because a lot of us would even paying attention to Vegas Gate. I didn't know about Vegas Gate until Nika started talking, and then all of a sudden it came out. Because again, y'all, but Nika's in the beef sector. Sean is in the beef sector. So of course we're gonna talk about it. Alexander and all them other folk ain't beef sector, but only a few characters are. And I never forget because I told Nika, I'm like, girl, if you wanted to say all that, you should have said that in Vegas. I said, I mean, tell people there. Don't wait till you get home and then tell people how you really feel. I mean, you should have been doing commentary right there. And I never forget that because that's what I said. Now, I don't have a problem with Nika now, but that's what I said during that time. And then, you know, yeah, it was a lot with Vegas Gate. And how I felt was that Nika was giving people all of this and all of this, but then when it came to get to Vegas, she was a little uncomfortable because these people were who they say they were. And yeah, I never forget that. Now, Vegas Gate to me, I didn't see what was going on during Vegas Gate. I only called it after, and I've been in the beef sector for a long time. And Vegas Gate became a big thing because of what Nika said after the fact. And that's how I found out about Vegas Gate. I'm just saying, that's me. So I just think that you had a different group of people with different situations going on, and they came together during one situation, and it mushroomed into what we have as the beef sector now. And and a lot of these people are secondary when it comes to a lot of stuff as well. Believe it or not, because one content creator was focused on a bodybuilder, honey. One person was focused on a bodybuilder and giving that bodybuilder holy hell. Anyway, what y'all saying in here? Pastor, I remember that Michelle Funky ran. Ooh, wee. Honey, you talking about ain't no friends on YouTube? Ooh, Michelle was saying that Funky Dineva owe her money and that the place was tore up and he tore up the refrigerator and then people was talking, baby, what's that man name who used to do them man unit tutorials? Oh, what's his name? Ooh, he said that Michelle sat on his furniture and he had to throw the thing away. He had to wash the I ain't gonna ever forget that. Mm-mm-mm. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Baby. Ooh. See that Funky Dineva and that Michelle thing? Said they were real good friends. And Michelle put Funky Dineva on. Okay. And she's still kind of pissed off, but he doing his thing. But baby, they said Michelle sat on somebody's stuff and they said they said it was a malodorous scent. And then that Josh thing, ooh, child, when they died, Josh and honey, his mama was living in the trailer. Girl, the mama was living in the trailer, and ooh, these people was a mess. They was a mess. They was a mess. Oh, I remember that. Oh, I remember them days. Mm, mm, mm. Alex used to go in on people. Yes, but Alex was not. And that's another thing. Alex was doing celebrity stuff and talking about celebrity stuff. So you know that. And I was watching Justin J at the time. Child, y'all remember when Justin J had that banquet and nobody didn't show up? Woo, that was another thing. I mean, see, so I was watching Justin J. I was watching Alex. Knew nothing of the Fresh Collective at the time because again, I wasn't checking for those people, just those content creators at the time. Child, they said Josh, honey, they done checked the man mama down to a trailer park on a dirt road, and I'm like, oh God. I'm like, these people doing the most. Yeah, I mean, y'all, it's a lot of history with the beef sector. Um, and then like I said, I think I knew, like I said, I talked about when the beef sector went dark, and I have my opinion on that. And I said, the beef sector went off the rails because I truly believe when the beef sector really started, people could really roast and gag. They could really roast and gag. It was really entertaining. It was skits. And then the people who could not roast and gag, they started doxing. They started doing those types of things. I had a nasty battle with Boss Lady TV, New Jersey, and I used to imitate her, how she used to dance and come on with her lips twisted and stuff. And oh my God, I would talk about because she used to do commentary from her nursery. Baby, we used to go in. Okay, I mean seriously, it was some funny stuff. Yeah, they did call Alex school, which is terrible too. Oh, you remember that? Now, let me say this. At that time, the secondary players in the beef sector had come along because the primary people to me from the beef sector that we know today, the beef sector that we know today, the Kaya T.S. Madison thing, that was those people beef sector I knew then. And then some of the other people were secondary because Mona wasn't really beef sector. Now I know that comes as a surprise to people, but Mona wasn't beef sector. The reason why Mona got called out is because she was on the taping of T.S. Madison, and Mona had got smart with somebody, and everybody said, "Oh, who is that? Who is that?" And then of course Mona came on over because Only thing we knew of Mona was that she was on T.S. Madison's set. That's it. That's it. Child, you can't leave Miss Gina out. Miss Gina was definitely beef secting. Miss Gina. Miss Gina, she used to drive that mystery van. We ain't gonna ever forget Miss Gina. Yeah, I mean, because Mona was actually with T.S. Madison. And we used to see Mona on the set. So, yeah. Freddie's daughter. Yep. She would always talk about that. Mona was from Florida. She had umpteen degrees too. And so, child, y'all remember Hover Round Gate when that when that man gave Mona all that money? Ooh, Jesus. It was a lot. It was very scandalous. Oh my God. And Mona really started that. I think Mona really started that tracking people because people would put brains down. So people have globes, but Mona started with the brains, and people would put their brains behind. Oh yes, honey, it was an elaborate cult. But yep, I remember that. Like I said, Nicole was a major player. I never forget Nicole. Yeah, it was quite a few people. Larry Nelson was beef sector. Well, later on, because Larry came in and yeah, because he wasn't beef sector at the beginning, but he came on in, and a lot of people came in and they stayed in their beef sector. But yeah, it was a lot of stuff. Lovely T. So Lovely T and Tasha K. That was another battle. So you were either Tasha K or Lovely T. And when Tasha K started, Tasha K was the bomb. I mean, she was doing the thing. And Lovely T was as well. I like Tasha K more than Lovely T because I like Tasha K's commentary with the wine thing. Lovely T was cool, but she'd be in a room talking and doing the celebrity stuff as well. But Tasha K, but that was a big thing too. So it was a lot of stuff. hmm Child, but look, but y'all got to realize that Honey Shelly was over the T.S. Madison fan club, honey. Honey Shelly would go for blows, and again, this is why Shelly and VS don't get along because Shelly was hanging with VS, and it's really interesting because yeah, because Shelly and I weren't getting along at the time. But one thing Shelly and I did come together was that T.S. Madison thing, and I never forget it because it was in Norfolk, Virginia. I ain't gonna ever forget it. It was in Norfolk, Virginia at the Broadway. And baby, I know that Broadway. First of all, if you don't get there early at the Broadway, you be up there parking over there at the Military Circle parking lot, walking across the highway. I mean, the Broadway ain't that big anyhow. Okay, so I remember the Broadway. And baby, somebody was talking about chicken bones and they ain't have no liquor hardly. And child, and then somebody was saying that T.S. Madison and Funky Dineva was doing illicit and drugs. And Honey Shelly wasn't hearing that. Honey Shelly got real pissed that day, and it was on since then. And then T.S. Madison had to come on. I mean, it was a big, big, big mess. And Honey Miss Parker came up. Ooh! Now let me tell you something. We used to tear Miss Parker up with that clown makeup. And you remember her husband was up there making that ham sandwich. Ooh, Lord. Miss Parker had a whole washer and dryer up in the kitchen, girl. We used to call her washateria because, honey, she had the whole washer and dryer in the kitchen. Oh, my God. Now, out of all of that with Miss Parker had her little baby, and nobody went out to Miss Parker's child. They went out to Miss Parker, they talked about her husband, but nobody talked about Miss Parker's child. It was a different time. Nobody talked about Miss Parker Child. But baby, honey, she had that washer and dryer up in that kitchen. I said, Washateria. Honey, she was known as Washateria in Ringling Barnum Bailey Circus makeup, honey, because she looked like a whole clown with all that makeup. And Miss Parker was trying to get her little YouTube channel. Okay. Oh my God. Again, that's where Shelly and VS fell out. Right there, right in Norfolk, Virginia, right in at the Broadway. Yes, Lord. I ain't gonna forget it. I ain't gonna forget it. You can't rewrite that history. Oh no, you can't. Child, Miss Parker's kitchen, honey, and her husband come in here and make my ham sandwich. LaFons, don't be embarrassing me in front of my friends. If you can't hold your liquor, then you shouldn't drink. Yeah, Miss Parker. And then they said that she was living in the Greenleaf projects over there in Norfolk. Baby, it was going down this B sector. Okay. Oh my God. But again, you gotta know that that's where they fell out. That's where they fell out. And Shirley was like, nah, you ain't gonna go after T.S. Madison like that. And that thing was so deep that T.S. Madison came on. Funky Dineva didn't even address it. Funky Dineva said a little bit on his platform and moved right the hell on. Didn't even address it. Didn't even address it. I ain't gonna forget that. Y'all remember that? And sometimes you do got to go back to memory lane because a lot of Beef in 313. I don't remember him being in the beef sector at that time. That's why history is important. That's why history is important. Y'all remember the Kohiner, and then he did that. Oh, let me tell y'all something. Let me tell you something. That boy, now lady, was fine as hell. Ooh-wee. He didn't look bad. First of all, he okay as a woman, but as a man, that boy was fine. What's his name? His Kohiner was his name. He even used that when he transitioned. But baby, as a man, that boy was fine. Y'all know who I'm talking about. And he used to do the fan and all of that stuff. Kohiner. I can't remember his first name, but he was on in. And again, like I said, everybody got their reasoning for doing something. Jessica Kohiner, okay, everybody got their reason, but baby, he was a fine man. Oh yes, he was. Lord Jesus, he was a fine man. But Jacob Kohiner was fine. Was fine. But I guess he needed to do what he needed to do. But he was fine. He didn't look bad as a woman, but he was much better looking as a man. I'm telling you that. Lord have mercy. Y'all remember him? Yeah, baby. Okay. I don't even mention the name, but yep. That's what they was doing when I came. Jacob Kohiner was fine. I'm telling you, Jessica's all right, but Jacob, uh, is he still doing his thing? Is he still on? Is he still on? Baby, he was fine. He was like, I just used to just sit up and watch. I'm like, oh, he's fine. He's something good to look at right there. Okay. He's still on. Okay. Okay. All right. I haven't watched in a while, but oh my God. Jacob was fine. Jessica's nice looking, but honey, Jacob was fine. You know what I'm saying? Say that. Because people who we calling fine now, that boy was fine. I mean, he used to work out, because some folk we used to call him fine. They look, let me say this, y'all. A lot of people got nice face, but honey, them skinny legs and skinny arms, This boy had legs and arms. My God. The messy sweet spot, yes. Okay. The messy sweet spot. Okay. He was fine. Jacob was fine. Jessica wasn't bad to look at, but Jacob was everything. That's fine right there. Just saying. Anyway, I move right along. So YouTube history. It was a lot of stuff. Y'all remember
Cadillac Kimberly was on. And let me tell y'all something. You know, Cadillac Kimberly got a little she got a little she got a little homophobic to me. But I used to love Cadillac Kimberly. Oh my God. Cadillac Kimberly had me rolling. Ooh, she used to do the housewives reviews. And ooh, Cadillac Kimberly was hilarious. She was so irreverent. Oh my God. Oh my God. Ooh, she was ooh. Cadillac Kimberly is still funny. I just, some people can be homophobic, but she was funny as hell though. She was funny as hell. And I never forget Flame Monroe, because about this time too, um, in celebrity news, Cheryl Underwood read Flame Monroe down. And I never forget, they took that video off. But I will never forget when Cheryl Underwood, because I think Flame Monroe called Cheryl Underwood Wesley Snipes. Child, when I tell you Cheryl Underwood came back, and when I tell you she dragged. Anyway, I never forget that too. Cheryl Underwood can roast her behind off. I never forget that she roasted Earthquake, she roasted Tommy Davidson, she roasted what's that lady name? Ooh, she said she slept with all of Levert and the OJs. Oh my God. And she looked like Jack A. Harris a little bit. I can't think of that lady name right now, but ooh, when I tell y'all Cheryl Underwood roasted the hell out of them people. Honey, Earthquake couldn't say nothing. Cheryl Underwood can roast. Now I'm gonna tell you, Cheryl Underwood, I don't know, she on this the talk now or whatever she on, the view, the talk, whatever. But Cheryl Underwood carrying the pocketbook, honey, that Cheryl Underwood was nothing to play with. Kim Whitley, ooh, when I tell you Cheryl Underwood, honey, she roasted Flame Monroe. She got Flame Monroe said she looked like Wesley Snipes. Baby Cheryl Underwood came back. And when I tell you Cheryl Underwood tore Flame Monroe up, I was like, oh my God. And then doing that roast, I forgot whose roast it was. But baby, when I tell you she came back, got Tommy Davis, she got Earthquake straight. She went and got Whitley. Kim Whitley. Ooh, she pretty much called Kim Whitley a whore, and she slept with all the OJs in there. Cause I'm like, well, damn, Cheryl. Cheryl was brutal. She was brutal. Baby, you cannot find that video of Cheryl talking about Flame Monroe nowhere, baby. That thing done went underground, and you can't find Cheryl roasting those people no more either. You can't find that either. But I mean, y'all, and I'm only going through this because history is important. Why is Shelley and VS not cool anymore? Well, it started at the Broadway. It started in Norfolk, Virginia. That's exactly where it started. I mean, the history of it. I mean, why Jay Wilson don't bother certain people no more? Because again, low key, people were trying to control other folk. So there's a lot of history to a lot of stuff. I don't speak to a lot of content creators because they have done this more than once, and you see what people do, and you back off. As you look through the YouTube history, you say, okay, this is why Jay don't deal with people no more, and this is why you can't go back because you've done too many things, and you can only forgive so much. And it's really funny because it seems like the people who I started off with that I was decent with, we don't rock together no more. But people like Shelly and some folk who I didn't rock with, you know, yeah, yeah. So it's real interesting. And a lot of the content creators that we know now came from a house or somebody helped them or they were moderators for a content creator. And that's how a lot of our content creators in the beef sector started. It was almost like you are a moderator for someone and then you move on, or someone would see somebody had talent and they would push them out. My thing is I never wanted to control people. And I think that's what it was. I never wanted to control people. I only wanted to help people get to their 1,000 so they can be monetized. But and this is the thing that people have with me. I'm not looking at all your videos because I'm trying to still make my money. I'm only here to help you get to your 1,000. And what you do on your platform is your business. I'm not here to windmill for you because I didn't need people to windmill for me. My thing is, in this beef sector, you're going to fend for yourself because, again, I didn't even believe in alliances then. I believe that once you got to your 1,000, do what you needed to do. Do what you need to do. That's it. I wasn't trying to control people and I got you to your 1,000. Move on. Do what you got to do. And if you ask me for information, I would help you. But I was not going to try to, this ain't Meals on Wheels. I mean, this ain't QMon. I'm giving you what you got, and now you move on and do what you got to do. Well, let me say this. Let me tell y'all again, Vanessa J. You don't come between Shelly. At that time, you did not mess with Shelly and T.S. Madison. That's a no. Honey, if you said one thing wrong about T.S. Madison, it was on. And we would give T.S. Madison really serious critique. Not in and I think T.S. Madison knew that, right? And so when I was really on my health kick, which I was really, on my health kick, and people don't understand, I didn't come to the beef sector big. I mean, so when I was on my health kick, T.S. Madison used to hit them fast food restaurants all the time. Ooh, Shelly was like da 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 da. And then of course, when I went through my challenge, ooh, that came right back on up. And I'm like, okay. But people don't understand stuff like that. When you say, oh, you fat, da 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 da, that only gives me incentive to lose. And that's why I did what I did. People don't understand that insulting me don't do anything to me. If nothing else, it's just gonna cause me to prove you wrong. And that's it. That's how I look at it. Hmm. Yeah, I remember Ty, and that's another thing too. He had his relationship on YouTube, y'all. I'm telling you, it doesn't. I learned from a lot of bigger content creators. It's a lot of stuff going on. So yeah, but again, history is important. I know people want to erase it, and again, everybody has their perception and view on history, but some things really happened. I mean, we remember Nicole and the car chronicles and how Nicole got started. We remember Heidi Fly, Heidi and VS. A lot of people rock with VS. That's why some people are not trusted now. This is why I look at some people and like some things ain't changed. Some things you still it's still embedded in you. And with me, once I'm through with you, for the most part, I don't even try to mention you no more, and I don't give people no shine. I'm serious. That's what I try to do. You all. Sometimes it's not always successful, but people who really don't mean anything, I'll leave alone. Don't even mention them. Don't go back and forth with them because it ain't worth it. And all you doing is cloud chasing. Period. And that's how I feel about it. So yeah, but history is very, very important. There are a lot of people who were with VS and they don't like to have you to remind them of their history because they get a little pissed off about it. But it is what it is. It is what it is, and that's why VS came back. And when she came back, it was revealed. It was just very telling because VS said, y'all trying to make me out to be a monster. Oh, but let me tell you what these people did. Oh, yes. And just pretty much laid them out. And then some stuff that people didn't even know came out. And it's like, mm-hmm. Child Bless Watkins ain't been back since. Ain't been back since. Now I know Bless Watkins said she got a child and stuff, got a grandchild and stuff, but honey, Bless Watkins ain't been back since. And honey, Bless Watkins was, ooh, But that's what people do. I'm just saying. So history is important, y'all. History is very, very, very important. Very important. It is what it is. And again, all the stuff that I went through and I didn't bother me a bit. It was all for the entertainment purposes. And y'all, a lot of stuff was we did have sort of um, yeah. And my thing is I'm always focusing on what I'm doing. And it's always a reason why I'm doing it. And that's it. And I never forget because people like, well, you were scared of yourself. No, I was never scared of my sexuality. I done been to pride parades. I done did. The thing is, it was a lot of guys leading with their sexuality, and I just didn't want to lead with sexuality. And regardless of what people think, or you didn't want to be a child, okay, you do what you got to do. I mean, I was a flight attendant in 1999 and was dealing with dudes in 1999. I just didn't have to let you know all my business and stuff. And I think that's the thing with YouTube at the beginning. In the early stages of YouTube is the Wild Wild West. And people disclosed a lot because they really wanted to connect with their audience. They wanted to be transparent. They wanted to help people. They wanted to do that, but not realizing that you can't do that on YouTube. And now a lot of people who've done that, they have regretted that they've done it because now people just say, okay, but you remember you said this and so on and so forth, and it came right out of their mouths. So that's why I think it's important. And I learned that lesson very, very early on YouTube. And some people still have not learned that lesson. And that's the truth. So that's how I feel about it, y'all. Hold on for a minute, y'all. Okay. But that's why history is important. Because a lot of these arguments, a lot of things of how people feel and what they say about people stems from history. Exactly. And I just learned. And it's really funny, MB, because a lot of people get mad. You always talking about everybody else stuff, but you don't talk, but because I don't have to. When you putting your stuff on, I'm gonna talk about what you put on. And the little stuff y'all talking about me don't really matter because it's stuff that I give you. I'm not giving you my life like that. Are you crazy? And so that's how I feel about it. And if you don't want people to know, don't tell them. This is why even though I don't have a problem with Beach, I really don't have a problem with Beach. I'm like, Beach, learn from the past, Beach. The more you put out, the more you're gonna be scrutinized, the more, and you could be telling the truth, Beach. But if your stories ain't matching up, if some ain't, baby, they gonna come after you. And that's what you're getting right now because you shared this and you connect the people because this is the stuff that you put out and you really didn't have to share it and you really don't have to prove nothing. This is why I don't have any kind of feeling for Seven because honey, you didn't have to put all of that out. And what really made me mad with that situation is you were willing to ruin that man, not realizing that you're ruining yourself. And look, look, you're trying to ruin this man, but you're ruining yourself. And as much as you hate it, you were flaunting that man like new money. You were telling people that I got a man. Oh my God, you did that. And then when it went south, everything great about the man, you talking about him like a dog, not realizing that, well, girl, you dated him, you slept with him. So now all of a sudden, he the worst thing since the plague, but you done did all of this stuff with him. And that's the big thing. And I'm like, you never had to share that, but you did. Now, some of the stuff that we learned about you, I'm like, look, let me say this, y'all. I never dealt deeply or dwelled deeply with Seven's past because I felt that, ooh, that's a little too dark, that's a little too graphic, and I don't want to go there. I try to keep it on a really surface level. And I thought that was terrible. But this situation is different. You didn't have control over that situation because you can't control other people's actions. You didn't have control over that. But you had full control over this Dusty situation. And I know you don't like Beach, but I don't care what you said about Beach. Beach did not tell you to sleep with that man. You said, again, you said, and I don't know why people try to change it, but you said you wanted to wait 6 months. But you knew Dusty was getting ready to go out in the dust and you changed your tune. And you broke your own rule. Can't blame Beach for that. Can't blame her for that. Is Beach an angel? Hell no, she ain't no angel. She done had a lot of stuff. And this is why I really take these stories with a grain of salt until we see what happens. But you know, a lot of this stuff is being vindictive. It's about I'm gonna get you back. And the whole thing is embarrassment. And I think somebody hit the nail on the head to say that Beach was still talking to this man, but you couldn't talk to the man. And that really bothered you because this is somebody you were intimate with. And how dare he still talk to Beach? And then, of course, everybody's talking about, well, you know, Beach is an enabler. Let me tell you something. Beach can't do no more than you allow Beach to do. If I'm in a relationship and somebody's talking to Beach and I don't know, and I'm like, and then I find out, oh, you talking to Beach like that? It's over. It's a done deal. It's a done deal because you funneling business over there to her. So therefore, it ain't really about me. It's about her. And regardless of what happens, that was a Dusty issue because he could have cut that off. Obviously, he didn't want to, but that's a Dusty issue. It always used to piss me off when we would be in the club and a man started talking to a woman, didn't know her, but just started talking to him, and then the other woman come up and want to fight her. I'm like, no, no, ma'am, you need to fight the man. You need to tell your man off because your man done did XYZ. You trying to fight this woman. I can understand if it was a best friend and the best friend doing this, but even with that, and that's a whole different thing because that's a betrayal of friendship and also a betrayal of, you know, the man or woman. But when you don't know the person, don't have a clue, yeah. So yeah, I think history is very important, especially in the beef sector, because baby, people will rewrite it real quick, really quick. So again, I'm not saying that the Fresh Collective and all of this stuff was there. You know, yeah, there were men already on here roasting and gagging, but there was an event that really brought the beef sector as we know it today together. And that was definitely the Kaya and T.S. Madison thing. And it was way before Kaya and T.S. Madison to be before the breakup. It was when they were together doing the Chris. Again, Kelly Love was in the beef sector, and we didn't even know it as the beef sector then. It was named afterwards, but Kelly Love was on Madison's show, and we used to critique Madison. And me and Kelly Love had I don't know if it was a fallout, but we had a disagreement because I'm like, I gave a real honest opinion of what I felt about the show, because we did. I liked I guess this guy had a disability and he would be on Maddie's show. Ooh, he was funny. I love to see Funky Dineva on Maddie's show. Miss Sophia was funny on Maddie's show. Um, it was another lady, and she had a lot of people. Some people clicked, some people didn't. and we used to talk about it. Why we like this person. Maddie had to pull this person, or ooh, this person worked well with Maddie. I mean, we used to give our real opinion on it. And so yeah, and Maddie used to watch it, and that's how I got in. And then, of course, when the Kaya and Maddie thing happened, then it really. And Mona was in the audience. Mona was a vocal audience member, and we kind of got interested in Mona because I think Mona and Funky Dineva had some words, and Mona threw some shade. Funky threw some shade at Mona, and Mona threw some shade at Funky Baby, and it was on. And I remember that show, and so everybody was like, "Well, who is that? Who is that?" And that's how we found out who Mona was, because Mona was in the audience, and Maddie's when Maddie was doing the basement thing, because Maddie was actually in the living room with Kaya. And then they went down to the basement. And to be honest, I like the living room better than the basement. I mean, to be honest, it was all funny, but honey, that living room was everything. The living room was everything. The basement, I mean, but the living room, that was gold. The living room was gold. So yeah, I remember. So, but Mona was in the basement. Mona was when Maddie was doing the basement. At least that's when we visually and verbally heard Mona. So yeah, it was interesting, y'all. So anything else, y'all? Because I'm about to head on off, but it's important to know the history. I think the history is very important. I think the history of the beef sector is very important, and people who were not here, it's not important to them and they get tired of hearing it. But for us, we know what it gives. We know who our characters were. I mean, y'all, believe it or not, I heard Sean Bradley when he was doing his car chronicles, and I just, I'm like, you know, and it was no jealousy, but it was like he loud, and he just struck me as somebody who would just start something, let people fight it out, and he'll be laughing about it in another room because he got something started. That's how I always felt, and it was nothing because I was jealous because I really didn't know what he had, and it was just his presence, and I'm like, ugh. And that was the real, yeah. So anyway, I remember Spillet Boy used to make clothing, and he did a whole lot of stuff. I remember that. I remember that. Yeah, it was a lot of things, y'all. It was a lot of people, and some of these people are no longer in the beef sector, you know. But yeah. mm. Who was the guy? I can't think of his name now, but he used to have a piercing in his nose, and he would come on every once in a while and type in the chat. And then when we start doing streaming, just getting into when YouTube allowed us to go live, I can't think of his name, you all, but it was some people. Um, Summer Breeze used to be over here. Summer Breeze used to be over here. Um, Ricky Fontaine, Pretty Ricky Fontaine was over here. I met Pretty Ricky Fontaine when we went to Maryland. She was over here. So it was a lot of people. And I don't have any problem. I never had a problem with Summer Breeze. It's just, people fade and they go other places. Never had a problem with Summer Breeze. Never did anything to Summer Breeze. But one thing I do not do, again, is I am not featuring people like, hey, you my best friend. I don't do that. I don't do that. I'll call your name out. I'll say, hey, but again, I do not cross that stage. Period. And so I don't know. People, I guess people feel neglected. I think this is what people really want. People need to feel wanted and needed. And people used to say Jay Wilson is cold. He don't care about nobody. No, Jay Wilson knows how to keep things in check. Because you can see now what happens when you play these games with people and do all of this stuff. and you taking people's money and stuff, and then all of a sudden start treating them like dirt, then it comes with because everybody's treated equal. Oh, baby, I never forget Rob. Ooh, Rob and Heidi. Ooh, Rob and Heidi, and Rob and something else. And I guess this is a big thing. So when Rob and her partners separated, honey, it was deep because Rob was always saying, "I got this, I got this, I got this, and this, and this, and this, and this." And so, um, Rob was a blast from the past, but we remember Rob. Oh my God, yes. I wasn't getting along with Onsite April. Now let me say this: me and Onsite really never had a really double down. But I used to, oh my God, Onsite. Yeah, every once in a while I would talk about Onsite April, every once in a while. So I mean, yeah, it's just really interesting because you know where people come from. But yeah, yeah. Well, look, y'all, it's almost that time. But I hope y'all have a great day. Um, Beach, you know, I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt until the doubt is no longer beneficial. Do what you gotta do. Tracy, I hope y'all patch it up, but honey, it's okay to move on if you need to. I ain't trying to break y'all up, but you know, if y'all ain't gonna come together on how y'all gonna operate, then you know it's gonna be even uglier than what it is or what it was done. And I just think that Noble, Tracy's always been Tracy. She's always defended herself. And she really didn't need you to defend her. All you just need to do is be Noble and just really try to hold off. I mean, yeah, but hey, it's up to you. Rob always bragging about what she got. That was epic. Rob, Mona Simone, Tyler. Excuse my manner. Hey, what's up, Uncle Clyde? Yeah, I mean, I don't even know when Olivia the Oracle came in. You know, again, Olivia been back and forth in the beef sector, and but she came in a little later on, I think. But she was here, and yeah, she was here. It was a lot of people. Vonnie Vaughn was a part of the beef sector at one point, and that's an interesting situation. That's a very interesting situation because Vonnie Vaughn, Larry, and Nate, baby, they used to come. They used to plot against me. Ooh, they couldn't stand me, and then they wound up breaking up. Oh, it was a lot of stuff. Again, you all ain't no friends on YouTube, and that led to a whole nother situation right there. I mean, cause Vonnie Vaughn and Larry was friends with Nate, and things went left, and a lot of things were said. Forget that. I mean, history. I mean, yeah, a lot of stuff went down. Yeah. So anyway, and I'm sure people, and I may have missed some things as well. I mean, and like I said, but that's why it's a collective story. But when people say that Spillet Boy came in 2020, I'm like, where have you been? Where have you been? You know, where have you been? Billy Boy has been here long. Billy Boy has had a lot of channels, but he's always been a part. I mean, he had Treasure Lane, Spillet Boy TV, and Treasure Lane, Spillet Boy TV, and he had another channel. I think he had about 3 or 4 channels. He's always been here. As long as I can remember Reef Sector, I remember James Caldwell. Period. And I remember him doing the sewing and doing the celebrity reviews. I think that's why I got with him on the celebrity reviews and doing the sewing and all of that stuff because he used to make clothes and I'm like, you got to make me a jacket. I mean, I never forget that. So he's been here for a while. Yeah, yeah. it's some people who are not beef sector. I would call them auxiliary beef sector because they only jumped in when something was going on exciting. And that's my thing. And I call people auxiliary beef sector because they only get in when it's good. And then they go. And then when something happens, they get in when it's good. And then they go. So to me, those are like auxiliary beef sector people. They may have been here long, but yeah. So all right, y'all. Well, look, we done talked about a little history. We done talked about the Tracy Noble thing, see how that works. And we talked a little bit about the beach thing, and we'll see what happens. So y'all have a good day. And oh, I know what I want to talk about before I leave, y'all. Before I leave, uppity is always something. Uppity, it is always something. Uppity. I believe that those judges were fair and balanced. And you seem like you have a problem with everybody. And I'm like, well, damn. The people said that you had dishes all up in the sink. They said you used old bacon and chicken grease. Girl, nobody ain't gonna win like that. I mean, you can't compete when folk have clean. You can't compete when people are using fresh ingredients. And I'm like, what is wrong, girl? What is wrong? What is wrong? How you expect to win and you got dirty dishes in the sink? Oh my God. It just like, really? Really though? You got dirty dishes in the sink and you think you should win. Moving right along. It's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. Also, too, she's Trish. Girl, you are still trolling. And I don't even believe that she's Trish believes some of the stuff she say. All she want to do is just any attention is better than none. And I want to fight with James. I want people to see me, and because yeah, they can click my link, I guess. But what I did not know is that Trish got assaulted in the car. Now I ain't know that. Ooh, Jesus, I ain't know that. That was a shock to me. I'm like, oh my God. They said the man bopped you upside the head, girl. We are ordinary people. Take it slow. Baby, I didn't know you got hit in the head. They said that man bopped you upside the head, Jesus. Oh, Lord. Jesus. I'm like, he hit her for real? I didn't know that, y'all. I didn't know that till today. I mean, yesterday. I'm like, Lord have mercy. And it was on camera? Huh? Y'all remember that John Legend? And when he hit that lady in the lip and her lip quivered, honey. He slapped her so hard her lip quivered. And I was just thinking, Lord Jesus. Oh, hallelujah, no. I'm like, girl got hit. I'm like, I ain't know that, y'all. Why nobody ain't tell me? But again, I don't really do a lot with Sis Trish. Now I'm inclined to look at your bottom teeth. Honey, James said she had space between her bottom teeth. I ain't never seen her teeth like that because I was looking at the teeth. But they, oh Jesus, my God, I don't know, Vita Lair. I don't know. I don't know. They said it happened right on camera. They said she done took the video down, but they said it was right on camera. But I just think that she came on. I mean, and then she was all loud and stuff, and I'm like, okay, but it's Trish, and again, it's attention seeking, and I see it. Love Bug said I saw it. They were in a white or light color Benz. It was a serious backhand. What? Love Bug. For real though? He hit her hard? I mean, he hit her hard. Did he leave a mark? Oh my God. Oh my God, is she still with that man? Jesus. Oh Lord. Hit the girl in the mouth. Beans, do you know what they were talking about? I mean, did she get smart with him and he slapped her? I mean, ooh, Lord. Love bug. Mm, that's deep. I'm being nosy too, because I ain't know all this. I ain't know all this. It was her boyfriend. My God. I ain't know all this. Ooh, Jesus. Well, anyway, y'all. Ooh, my God. My God. Mm, mm. Well, y'all, I'm heading on out, but ooh, that's deep. He hit her hand. He hit her hand. The camera went off. Lord, I don't laugh at domestic violence, but see, again, baby, beef sector history. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Beef sector history. He told her to get off the phone. Mm. No, Uncle Clyde, this happened a while back. This happened a while back. This happened to Shish Trish, your fellow New York sister. Oh, Jesus. I ain't know all that. I know damn well women empower Trish ain't in no debate. That's what the girl's saying. That's when she said she was that's when she said she was building a prison. Mm, mm, mm. My God. I ain't know all that. Oh my God. Mm, mm, mm. I wonder if she's still with the man. See, that's the whole thing. See, it's one thing to get slapped out on TV and I mean on YouTube, and I mean that's not funny. It's really like wow. But it's another thing if you still with that man. Is that see if you still with that man? How long ago was this? Was this 2 years ago, a year ago? Because I just want to know: are you still with that man? Are you still with that man? Because that's the real tea right there. Are you still with that man? Jay New said yes. How you know Jay New? Maybe all the stuff on here she does is a cry for help, y'all. I understand, Uncle Clyde. I understand. I got you, Uncle Clyde. I'm just saying though. I'm being a little messy right now, Uncle Clyde. But Jay knew how you know she's still with that man. Is she still with that man, Jay New? How you know? I really want to know because if she's still with that man, then I'm questioning her now. Because unless they went to some counseling, some couples counseling, and he got some anger management, I know you ain't with that man. Mm. All right, Uncle Clyde, you know what I'm saying? Jessica, oh, Jessica, are you talking about Kohiner, Jacob Kohiner? Okay, girl, because I thought you were saying that it was a couple years ago. I just want to know if she's still with that man, because that's the real read right there. After this man done bopped you upside the head in front of all these people, are you still with him? Because that's gonna tell us who you are and what you'll put up with. Because number one, I ain't gonna put up with nobody putting their hands on me. Oh no. Oh hallelujah no. Now we can have a little argument and it may not speak for a day or three, but you ain't gonna put your hands on hell to the no. Mm-mm. No, hell no. Oh hallelujah no. So are you still with the man? That's the real tea right there. Because if you with somebody who done popped you up in front of the camera, see, that's why I can't understand this situation. Oh, I'm gonna go back here again. I don't want to go back, but I'm gonna go back here. This is why I can't understand this Don Cato thing. Baby, it would have been over when Don Cato said that he had slept with Snoop. It would have been a done deal right there. It would have been like, oh, hallelujah, no. And vice versa. You gonna come embarrass me, not embarrass, but embarrass me in front of everybody, and you done hunch this lady and playing in my face. That would have been a done deal right there. That's what I don't get. Okay, love bug. Let me say, I don't understand why people. You ain't gonna sit there and embarrass me. Uh-uh. You sleeping with this woman, and this is the thing. And see, this is why I don't give the other person no pass either, because you up there lying, talking about something y'all going camping and y'all like good buddies, and then all of a sudden y'all sleep together. Child, I'm like, mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. It would have been a done deal right there. It would have been like all bets are off. Anyway, y'all, I'm here now. Peace and love.